Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be explaining battle training counters. So let's get right into it. Explanation. We'll be starting with revenge counter basics. A revenge counter is a counter attack that can be used after receiving an opponent's attack. Using this attack receives a skill count. The skill count is the one on the left and right, the blue one. 5, 6, sometimes even 4, depends on the character. But it is an effective response to any type of attack by your opponent. This move is particularly useful when you want to interrupt an opponent's combo. The moves performed during your counter will change depending on the distance from your opponent. Note that a revenge counter can only be activated when you are hit by your opponent attack from the front. For example, if you attack with your back to your opponent, revenge counter cannot be used. Pay attention to the direction you're being hit from before you try to use a revenge counter, otherwise you're wasting your counter. I don't recommend using this. I think the skill count can be used for your skills instead. It's more useful, or your transformation or your fusion. But if you really want to get out of combo, I guess use it. For a close range revenge counter, this guy will explain how revenge counter works when you are close to your opponent. When a revenge counter is used at a close range, you can disrupt your opponent's movement and counterattack. This is effective when your opponent is attacking with combos. If you disrupt the combo, you can turn the tables and prevent yourself from being helpless to your opponent's continuous attack. A counterattack can deal certain damage to your opponent. However, a counter at close range will not blast your opponent far away. To avoid suffering further attacks after using a counter, keep the following in mind. So for a demo, that's a counter. And now I'm going to do it myself. So he's going to hit me. And I hit him back. Hit him back. You can see my skill counter is 2 of them.
Shabby.
Let him go behind me. It doesn't work. So I turn around. He attacks me from the front. Walks right away. Alright, next up. For a revenge counter at mid-range, revenge counters can also be used when you are at a fair distance from your opponent. When used at a mid-range, you will immediately close the distance and launch a counter-attack. This move is recommended if you want to close the distance between your opponent quickly to use a close range maneuvers. As I already showed in a different video before I made this one, I showed the close range maneuvers. You should be mindful of timing when executing counterattacks. Unlike counters at close range, a counterattack from a distance will not freeze your opponent's movement. In other words, if your opponent anticipates the counter, they might be able to block it. It is important to both watch your opponent's movement and to be unpredictable. For a demo, is at mid-range. See? Now I do it myself. Gonna attack me from mid-range. And do it again. 2 skill points. That's it. Next up will be revenge counter for long range. This guy will explain how revenge counter works when you are far away from your opponent. It is risky to be far away from your opponent as it gives them the chance to enter sparking mode. This is the one that I already showed in a different video. If you do not want your opponent to gain an advantage, do not hesitate to strike back with a revenge counter. When used at a long distance, it will get you closer to your opponent with high speed movements. That will be explained in a different video, just like at mid-range. However, you should be careful when using revenge counters at long range, since you must be close you must close more distance than a mid-range attack or close range. You will also be vulnerable to attacks for longer. If your opponent anticipates your action, so he sees you coming, they may respond with a counter-attack of their own. Every battle is a tactical exchange with your opponent. Keep in mind the advantages, disadvantages of actions. For a demo, pretty far away. And there you have it. I do it myself. Perform a range counter when hit with a long range. Alright, let's go. And I use 2 again. Let's say what he was talking about, sparking mode is this. And now we doing a range counter. So basically if someone uses one of these, how to counter. This guide will explain how to respond to a range counter with a counter of your own. When you are hit by an opponent's range counter, you can respond with a counter of your own. When your opponent uses a range counter, counterattack it with perception. What is perception? If your perception succeeds, you can dodge your opponent's revenge counter and launch an attack of your own. So this one is very useful. I recommend this more than this, because this one uses skill counts too, and this one I will show you doesn't. Press opponent's counter. So I attack, he counters. If I use circle, this happens.
Take this serious.
I also use 2 counters. So attack. Attack.
Take this serious.
I use 2 counters, he used 2 counters. He basically wasted this because I countered this counter. But you need 2 again, so yeah, I don't recommend this either, but this is more recommended than these, I think. Because you're basically making waste 2 skill points for nothing. But you have to time it again, what makes it hard. Throw invasion, so basically how to counter a throw. I already explained how to do throw in a different video. Explanation: taking action to avoid an opponent's throw is called throw evasion. Press the moment before an opponent grabs you for a throw to dodge them. Use this if you find yourself up against an opponent who uses a lot of throws. For a demo. That was it. And I'll do it myself. So it's gonna use a throw, I'm gonna do throw evasion.
I should have expected you could handle
time
this, huh? Nice moves. Well done.
So you can see him coming closer,
I
press.
expected you could handle this, huh?
You see he comes closer, press.
Nice moves. Well done.
If you do too early,
Nice moves. Well
you can
done.
do this, but
I expected you could handle this.
spam it right now.
I should have expected
Barely
you
works.
could
But
handle
if you do
huh?
this, of course, it's gonna grab me and then don't hold it. Just keep pressing. You might be lucky and
shabby.
time it perfectly.
Guess I should have expected you could handle
Seems
this,
like
huh?
this is easier to do.
I should have expected you could handle this.
You have to expect the throw, otherwise it looks weird. You can also just do a step to the left and right. Let's say he's yeah, you have to time it again. Let's say he's gonna do a throw. Okay. You can also, I think, let me start over in the right position. Time it perfectly. Go backward, but it's more risky. Okay, backwards. This one has to be quicker than the throw evasion, the throw counter. You can also go don't know if you can go up. You have to be very early there. Is he coming down? I already explained the basic maneuvers, close range maneuvers using key blast and counters. And we are done with the counters. Let me try if it's possible if I jump up. No, it's too long. Don't try that. You can do the steps, you can do the throw invasion. Don't hold, then this happens. You can press R1 over and over again. And then you win. Okay. That was it for the counters. Hope you liked the video. Hope you learned something today. And yeah, follow my channel. Leave a like. Leave a comment down below if you want to. And turn on the notification so you will be notified when I make a new video. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.